Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for the next 10 days. It is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, definitely check out those other placements. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone who watches. So it is for September 2021 or whenever you click into this video. We're going to get into your recent past, your current energy, and the near future, and then we'll look into your person's energy and your energy. So I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's returning. I can't tell you how much I appreciate all of your support. If you are new, welcome. I hope you'll stay. I do personal readings. That information is in the description box below if you are interested. All right, so I'm going to shuffle one more time. I just heard, I don't know if this is somebody you're dealing with, but I feel that something or someone is feeling a little bit prickly right now. Maybe you're feeling that way. Like you just don't want people to touch you. So you've got your little prickles up. You know what I'm talking about? Like a porcupine who puts his prickles up, and that way it keeps other things from touching him and keeps him protected. All right, so let's look into the recent past. Well, that would make sense because the Six of Cups is popping up and somebody from your past could have shown back up. Let's see. So the Six of Cups, the World in reverse, and the Empress. Now the current energy, wow. We've got the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups in reverse. In the near future, we have the Strength in reverse, the Ace of Cups in reverse, and the Queen of Swords. The overall energy, look at that, is the Sun. Happiness. Just feeling good. Even if you have your little needles up, I think that's just helping you protect yourself and protect your happiness. So you could be in a place where you're finally feeling like the sun is starting to shine. I feel good where I am. I feel like huge strides have been made. So even if you're in a place where, nothing's ever perfect in life, we all know that, but at least things are looking up. They're looking a little bit shinier than maybe they had, or you've gotten over some stuff that has just put you in a place of, I feel good. I feel like I can wake up and be happy about my life. I know things are moving in the right direction, and that just feels good. Somebody could be going for a horse ride too. I just saw a beach. This is going to be totally off, but it could be even for one person. There could be a trip where you end up riding horses on the beach, or maybe you've experienced that. That would mean there's something in this reading specifically for you. All right, so the Six of Cups with the World and the Empress. So there's something from your past, someone who has a tremendous amount of admiration for you, someone who sees you as being probably their everything. This person's not done. And at least in the recent past, they weren't. They don't feel that this has completed the cycle that it needs to. They could have just recently come back and told you that they still have a tremendous amount of love for you. They have feelings for you and that they'd like to give it another chance. I love this because it kind of feels like your energy anyway. When I look at the card, I always think of Sag with the Empress card. It's knowing your worth, and they know your worth. So they could have just popped up out of nowhere and said, hey, this is how I feel about you. This is how I see you. I just don't think this is done yet. Now, we'll clarify and see how this turns out in just a moment. Now, in the current energy, we have the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. It feels like your drive has kicked up a notch. It seems like there's some opportunities that are popping up for you in the current energy, which could be igniting your passion or reigniting your passion for what you do for a living. With the Three of Cups in reverse, there could have been in the past where if people could not just come together and get excited about it. And maybe you're just letting those people go. If they aren't on the train, they can get off, right? If they're not going to ride the ride and be there and see what it is that you're trying to accomplish, I feel like you're going to let these things take priority over other things in your life. So had there been naysayers or people who weren't supportive, I don't think it's going to matter too much for you because you're so fired up to get this going. It could be that you've decided you're going to take a different direction, either with your work or maybe there's a passion project that you finally feel like you can get started. It's very inspiring energy. I really like it. So whoever's in the background, maybe poking and prodding and saying that they're not sure or whatever, don't let them project their BS onto you. You've got something going here, and it feels really good. So hats off to those of you who are really pushing through and following your passions. In the near future, we have the Strength in reverse with the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Swords. This is just a solid energy of I'm not taking anybody's bullshit. I'm not going to let anyone into my life. Maybe love is not going to be top on your priority list. Even if you want love in your life, you may just not prioritize it because it tends to pull you down. And I think you're going to make that very clear to anyone in your life. Even if you have a partner and you've been in a long relationship, this is just being very clear that you can't make that your number one priority. It's going to have to take a back seat to whatever it is that you're focused on because you need to keep your strength. So you speaking up and telling the truth about how you feel and the things that you aspire to get done and what makes you happy is going to be super important. So for those of you that haven't yet spoken your truth, I feel like in the near future, you're going to be letting people know that this is how you feel. And like I said, either get on the train or get off. It's up to them, right? Because you're going to seek what it is that's going to continue to make you happy. All right. Let's clarify the Six of Cups with the World. I strongly feel like this is someone that's going to pop up into your life and just say, it may not be some toxic ex. It could just be somebody that, you know, things faded off and all of a sudden they've just 3 years later decided you're it for them. All right, let's see. This is for Sag. So we have Temperance. There's your card. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And then the Hierophant. I think a part of you has been getting kind of this feeling of not just that you trust your intuition, but it's almost as if there's like this strange divine intervention. You don't have patience for people who don't come in with solid offers. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse says that maybe this person isn't as stable as they try to come across, and I just don't think you have the patience for it. So even though they may believe that the cycle hasn't closed out, I'm not sure that you're too much into opening yourself up to it. If you are, I'm going to say really, really trust in where you're being guided. I think you guys know when you get the signs, and you're going to get them. They're going to be loud and clear. Now, the Star card's coming up. Maybe this was something you had healed from in the past, and at one point you thought this was your wish fulfillment. Maybe it was somebody that you thought you could be married to, or it could even be an ex-husband that pops up out of nowhere for some of you. And you're like, what? What are you talking about? Like, I've moved on. Things have come true in my life. I'm still aiming for the stars. Like, I have so much to accomplish, and I'm not sure I'm going to allow any kind of instability back into my life. Yeah, because this is something that broke apart in the past. All right. Let's look at the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. What your primary focus is right now. You and the things that keep you motivated and going on a daily basis. So we have the Tower in reverse, which is good, and then the Eight of Wands. And then the Seven of Wands, perfect. This is you having an openness, a vulnerability for things to really push forward, not allowing anything, fears or otherwise, to hold you back. The Tower in reverse could just say that there was something that you had a breakthrough moment. And that's what opened you up. And now these opportunities are showing up for you and you feel the momentum. The Eight of Wands is about movement. It could be about traveling for some of you. Maybe you travel for work. But once you had that epiphany moment, then this opened up. And that's when you decided, you know what, I'm not going to let anything or anyone stand in my way because things are finally starting to pick up speed. And the results are going to happen as quickly because you have such determination. Now, for some of you, there could be an offer that shows up. Sometimes with that Ace of Pentacles, I'll say, nope, it's something you're going to have to seek. In this case, I'm going to say something may come to you. It could be financial support or help. Some of you could be going to the bank and asking for a loan to back your business. Your passion is going to be what sells your ability to get this loan. I know that there are qualifications that have to happen, but I feel like the passion that you show is so much that the person there is going to be supportive. So whether that's with a new boss that chooses you for a position and this opportunity is yours, or someone seeks you out because they know how passionate you are. And then things move very quickly from that point. Okay. Now, the Strength in reverse with the Ace of Cups in reverse. As I said, that feels like anything that's going to drain you in the love department, I don't think you're going to allow to get in the way. The Page of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Five of Swords. Yeah, because you don't want drama with people who are immature. If there's somebody in your energy that is emotionally immature, they're just not able to, I want to say tell the truth. The wands are not necessarily about truth. This could be somebody who holds back in a passionate way, or they don't know how to express themselves and they just don't think you have time for that. It's a little too much drama. And that's where the clarity comes in, and you either you figure this out for yourself or you speak your mind if this is what you're dealing with. It could be too that you're releasing fears of the past. You're releasing where that you could have had a lack of motivation, or maybe you didn't feel stable enough emotionally, or you had some fears that were triggered from childhood or past experiences when you were younger that made you feel like you couldn't move forward. And now these are being released because they're in reverse, and you're just letting them go. You're not letting them interfere as well. And then the Devil's in reverse. So you're releasing toxic energies that maybe you had held on to for a long time. Wounds, things like that. All right, so let's clear this energy and we'll look at the person that's on your mind. So think about them for a second while I clear this. This is for Sag and their person. So let's see what's going on for Sagittarius and their person, or whoever's on their mind. So we have the Three of Pentacles, somebody who definitely wants to come together. Like I said, the Four of Wands is in reverse. This could be somebody you were in a long-term relationship with or married to. Five of Swords in reverse, the Knight of Cups, and they want to come back in and tell you they still love you. Then your energy is the King of Swords in reverse with the Tower in reverse, Death in reverse, and the Page of Wands. The overall energy is the Eight of Cups. Yeah, that's not in this deck, but I want to say this. You guys may have heard me say this before. Look at my ass as I walk out the door. Type of, I'm not dealing with anybody's emotional baggage. So if this was something difficult, you may have walked away from it in the past and you've cleared that energy or any kind of emotions that were attached to it. Now, it doesn't mean that you won't possibly open up and have some desire to see where this person stands. That's going to be up to all of you differently. So the Three of Pentacles, Four of Wands in reverse, the Five of Swords, and then the Knight of Cups. Sorry. There's another scenario I'm picking up on. So the Three of Pentacles is somebody who definitely wants to work things out, but that could also mean that this person has their energies in different places. They could be entertaining other people. They could also have commitment phobia or not want to settle down and get married. They just don't want drama in their life. It's not that they don't want love. They just may not be in a place where they're really ready to settle down. So some of you that may be in that place or have a desire to settle down, that's what that person is feeling. For the others of you, it could be somebody from your past that's now coming back in to offer you love again and just to wanting to take things slow. Now your energy is the King of Swords in reverse with the Tower in reverse, the Death in reverse, and the Page of Wands. That's to me saying, I've already been through this. I'm not sure after all the changes that I've made that I want to go back and repeat the same cycle. But in a sense, you might also have a fresh perspective of things, and that's why, because you're letting this sit where it sat. You know, where it ended, it should probably stay there. He's about focusing on the things that matter to him and remaining in a kind of a energy of I'm passionate about me. I can't say what I want to say about that wand. I just don't want to get into anything that's going to be, you know, need to be censored. But you can look at that wand and tell that there's something that looks a little phallic. Anyway, I feel like you're putting the past in the past there. Maybe you want to leave those things behind and want a fresh start. Some of you could be very open to it. It's just being aware that you've gone through so many different changes since that relationship. And then for others of you, you're leaving things that had already fallen apart and changes that had been made in the past so that you can open your mind to the person who might have commitment issues but is hoping that they can move forward with you. So the two of you may decide in your energies that, yeah, we can try this. But my focus is on my passions. Their focus is on love. All right, so let's look at the romance angels. This is for Sagittarius. Okay, it says make the effort. Release your ex. There you go. Healing family issues. And then this could be the one. Kind of conflicting energy right there. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. That's not a strong sense that I picked up on, but for some of you that may resonate. So make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. For those of you that are with somebody who's a little commitment phobic, I'd say that it may be worth the effort. It doesn't mean that their energy is going to feel like that all the time. They just want to move slowly. For those of you that this is an ex, if you are open to the idea, more power to you. Then release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. If you don't want it and you want to just release this completely, I totally understand. I feel like you're doing that anyway in some cases. And then healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. You guys have, the ones that have watched me, you know what I talk about when I see this card. People need to heal from their childhood wounds in order to have really healthy adult relationships. And then we have, this could be the one you've already met, the romantic partner you seek. Okay, let's see what the possible outcome is. I'll try to give you one for both scenarios. This is for Sagittarius. Okay, I just heard that there's some things left on the table. When those cards fell out from the deck as I was trying to shuffle them, that's exactly what I heard. There's still some things left on the table. So in other words, things that need to be discussed. The Queen of Swords. I think there's going to be clarity, truth, and honesty. Yeah, this is a cycle that hasn't closed out. There's that past person, and then everything just fell on the floor. And then don't overthink it. It feels like the two of you have clarity about what you want. So it does feel like there could be a lot of joy in revisiting this situation. It doesn't seem like it's over. It seems like it's going to be a new start and that there's going to be a lot of clarity around that. All right, let's get the Lover's Oracle and see what this has to say for you. This is for Sag. Ooh, I really like this card for you guys. It says, embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. Interesting. Love that. Wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Another really, really on point one. And then friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. Incredible. Because look at the Six of Cups. That's also, to me, like a friendship type of energy. So you could have stayed friends with someone and then they come back and say, hey, listen, I still feel this way, or I feel this way about you. All right. Last but not least, let's look at some messages from Spirit. This is from the Wisdom of the Oracle. This is for Sag. So we have Milk and Honey. Okay, I just shuffled this, and these are the same two cards that came out for Scorpio, I believe. So you may be dealing with a Scorpio. To the Sea, Mending, and then Time to Go. That's a 9. So to me, time to go is saying leaving things in the past that you just are unnecessary to carry into the future. All right, Milk and Honey, and I'm not talking about the relationship if you choose to go back to somebody. It's just saying leave whatever didn't work because mending's coming up. And that means mending old things and releasing them so that they don't get carried into the future. This is about nurturing. So I think this is about nurturing the relationship as well as yourself and always getting that me time that you need. Exchanging gifts. You could find that this person wants to give to you in a way. It could be the gift of balance and release and love and all kinds of other really good things. It's ending anything that just isn't important to carry into the future. And then To the Sea, I keep wanting to point out this face in this card, and it to me is a sense of wanting to go with the flow and trusting the universal guidance. The 7 to me is like God's number or whoever you believe in. It's that power or that energy looking over you to make sure that things stay balanced and going with the flow. And then we got the fates. I couldn't deny that card. It was right there and they had me look right at it. So something is definitely fated in your life, whether it be that project, that new passion that you're following, or they're saying go for the stars. Don't ever limit yourself with what your expectations are or the desires that you have or the things that you keep wanting to reach for. Keep reaching for the stars because your wish fulfillment is coming. It's fated. It's meant for you. Trust that. And then also with the relationship, this does reduce to an 8, which can be infinity. It could mean that this is going to be the relationship that you end up in for the rest of your life. All right, my loves, thank you so much for being here. And again, for all of your support, your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. If you'd like a personal, that's in the description box. I hope you have an amazing 10 days, and I'll see you in the next one. Lots of love. Take care.